welcome back to Momentswithsoph. It's been a very long time, and I thank you. If you saw my face and decided today, okay, she said something again, let's see. So welcome back. How have you been? How has Corona been treating you? How has your lockdown been going? Have you been going to work? Some of us have been going to work, and it has been crazy. But I'm back, guys, and like I promised, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm MakaNJ, or on momentswithsoph, you would have seen on one of my long overdue posts that I'm about to fulfill one of the promises that I made. So in one of the questions I asked on my Instagram, I asked if people would be interested in learning how to do things like make money online, get free courses, things like that. And I am here to deliver today. So hold still. But in the meantime, how have you been? So we're over 100 subscribers. That's amazing. You guys are awesome. And I've not been here for like 2 weeks now, so I'm very grateful. Thank you guys so much. So I had to write out everything that I had in mind, so I don't mix out stuff, because to be honest, this period has been really challenging, and I've seen that in different forms, in different ways. I've seen pictures of people on the internet who are now, oh, Alexa's playing my jam. So let me digress. I told Alexa to play songs that I would like, and she's a great DJ. Yeah. Anyways, I have seen people on the internet that have been doing some questionable things. I have seen people that have been being great humans, trying to help those that have not had enough during this period. I've seen governments that are trying, governments that are not trying. I've seen a lot of things from the disease points of view. I've seen cases where like it's crazy. People who have lost their loved ones. You hear stories about people who have family members that are going through it, and in the hospitals these people are dying lonely deaths. So when we're saying you guys should please stay at home and observe social distancing, and all, it's because people are actually losing their lives. It's sad. But on the other hand, there have been people that have been excelling. If you're into stock, you know that the stock market crashed a while ago, and some stock have been going off the roof. Tesla, for example, is shooting it. But yeah, some people have been winning, and I'm here today to hopefully help you join that band by either developing yourself, getting a new skill, getting a new job, building an experience online, or just teaching you how to lift up your spirits in this time. So like I said, I made out a list of things that I think we all might benefit from. You might not benefit from all, you might benefit from 1, 2. If you benefit from all, hallelujah. And you might want to just refer back to this and just tell your friend or somebody else that you know and be like, okay, this helped me. You might want to watch this. I don't know if I'm ranting. I'm sorry, I'm a very chill space today. But yeah, so let's get into it. So I made a list. And I would start from what I think is the most important thing: you and your relationship with God. So this is the time to keep your mental health. In the next video I'm going to talk about mental health and what to really do to help yourself in this period, because it's crazy. So how do you keep your mental health? How do you keep your soul? How do you just stay sane in this period? Now, personally, the first thing I put down here is feed your soul and your spirit. And what I do is I use this beautiful God-sent app called YouVersion. YouVersion is a Bible app. It gives you various versions, various translations as well of the Bible for those who don't speak English. It gives you a lot of translations. So from the lift up thy eyes to the heavens to the girl, you gotta chill, like the versions translate and transpired, across many generations. So YouVersion. But another thing that I think is absolutely fabulous about YouVersion is the Bible plans. And there are plans for children, plans for grandparents, plans for single, married, people that are feeling down. There's a plan for everything. So get your hands on YouVersion. It's a free app on Apple, store. It's a free app on Google Store. And feed your mind. You don't even have to be Christian. Just feed your mind, and there's a lot. Just keep your mind engaged. The idle mind is the devil's workshop, so just keep your mind engaged this period. So number one, feed your soul, feed your spirit. My go-to is YouVersion, obviously the Bible, but like I said, YouVersion has the Bible app and a lot of Bible plans. So YouVersion, number one. Number two, get that bag. You know what, I know many of you are here for this part. I'm going to put it towards the end, so wait until the end. All right, so get that money, and I promise you I have some really straightforward ways I'm going to share with you on how you could actually make money this period. It might work for some, it might not work for others. You might need to get some more skills, but I'll try to break it down as much as I can, so wait. All right, the next thing is online courses. So you might have already seen that a couple of universities, top universities, Ivy League, like Harvard, for example, are offering free courses this period. So I've listed out some of them I've personally used. Some of them are free to use, some of them are paid, but I'm giving you the resources, so you do your research in those resources and then see what suits you. So the first one on my list for the free course websites is Coursera. Coursera, Coursera. Now, this is an app that I have used for some time. I think I started using it when I was still in medical school. And Coursera, I used it for medical stuff. So like maybe you want to take a course in neurology or a course in the anatomy of the brain or something. But I believe Coursera also, I'm just trying to see if I could open it and show you what it looks like. I believe Coursera also has things for everybody. So just Google Coursera.com, Coursera, and look for the courses there. I know most of them are free because I didn't have enough money to be paying for courses in school. God has lifted us up. But yeah, Coursera, first one. The next one I have here, I'm sorry, I can't seem to find it, but I will see if it opens. 1 second, just so I show you what it looks like. It's an app. Oh, perfect, good. So I have it here. It's www.coursera.org. Now, if you look at my screen, you can see that it says join for free. So you join, you have universities like Duke University, you have Google, you have IBM, you have Stanford, Imperial College London, Pennsylvania, Illinois. There's so many universities here. You can get credible stuff. So join for free, look for your courses, and the best part is you actually get a certificate to prove. For most of them, you get a certificate to prove that you had this course done. You might need to pay for the certificate though, but sometimes it's also free. So yeah, Coursera, you could do a lot of courses across different areas and fields of life. So that's the first one, Coursera, www.coursera.org. That's Coursera. All right, on to number two. The next one I have here is FutureLearn. Now, I personally, at the moment, I'm using a paid version of FutureLearn, but before now, we bless Jesus for sending us free manna and free education. Now, the thing with FutureLearn is so many of the courses are free. And again, it cuts through. I think there's some people these days that are interested in project management. You have that there. I think to a great extent, you'd find so many universities in the UK and Australia on FutureLearn. And yeah, many of them are free, but then they offer this thing that they call unlimited, or is it premium? But basically what it is you pay a certain amount for a year, and whatever course you do in whatever field that falls under that category, you actually get a free certificate. So it's about I think £200 or thereabouts, or it's just below £200. I think £189. Roughly that's probably about $250 or something like that. So it's a steal if you look at it from a critical point of view. So imagine you're having something from the University of Monash or from Imperial College London, a certificate in their name, and all you had to pay was less than £200 for a whole year. And you have that, you have from Harvard, you have from so many universities. Now, you have an unlimited access for 1 whole year. And you can do as many courses as you want that fall under that that category. So yeah, Future Learn is your guy. I personally am using them on their premium program right now, and it's amazing. So they also have a free course on COVID. So for those of you that want to really just educate yourself about what's going on, you don't need to pay. Just go on and just register, and then just go on with the classes. Now again, let me just summarize. Future Learn has many free courses, but you can choose to opt for a paid version that would give you your certificates in many courses from many universities for free. Now, for many of these other courses that are free, you get through it, but I think you have to pay about £60 per certificate, something like that, depending. So if you pay for the whole year, I feel like that's a win. But yeah, that's number 2, Future Learn. So that's futurelearn.com, I believe. Future Learn. Just Google Future Learn. FUTURELEARN. All right, the next one is edX. I think I used edX a while ago, like some years ago, because I had to do some search my email to find it again. So edX, again, broad range of subjects, broad range of courses. I don't remember now if they offer free courses as well, but they do offer courses at a very, very good price across a vast range of skills. You get your certification, you get your certificate. That's edX, EDEX, edX. Just Google edX, and that's another one. Harvard at the moment is offering free online courses. Now, so many people have already been sharing on their Instagram stories and stuff how they've been getting certificates from Harvard. It is real. They're offering so many free courses right now, so just Google them and be on your way if that's what you're interested in. Another one is Udemy. 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 I think it's udemy.com. Now, Udemy, again, very, very good. Vast range of subjects, same principle. So you go on there, you find your free course, you study, or you find a paid one, you study, you get your certificates. And the next thing I'm going to talk about, you see how all of these things also all come together. This period is like everybody was given holiday by force. Well, most people were given holiday by force. So just, if you can, make the best out of it. Don't kill yourself, right? There's a lot already going on mentally. So just take out the time. The good thing about having these courses online is that they are self-paced, meaning that you could literally go at your own pace. So you could decide to put in 1 hour every day or 2 hours every other day. If you're, a very strong going person in that regard, put in 4 or 5 hours every day, get it done, get it sealed, get your certificate. Now, once the world reopens, because it will, you have more things to add to your CV. You're more, you're more desirable for employment, or you have more skills to show, or just the personal knowledge, just the self-development. You don't lose all of that. So yeah, so again, Udemy, Udemy, Google that. Now, I know so many people didn't know that this was possible, but I'm about to give you something hugely important. Stay tuned. Now, usually, when you start adulting, or for those of us that decided to start earlier, when you just want to go out into the world, right, just to see how it feels like before you actually are thrown into the workforce, you would realize that there's nothing as valuable as experience. Now, so many people have the mentality, and it's true, that if you know somebody that knows somebody, many things can work easily. And that is, well, I wouldn't say sadly, because you need connections in life, you need that network of people. But if you don't fall into that category, or if you just really want to be your own person and also get the knowledge, develop yourself, this one is really going to interest you. Now, did you know that it was possible for you to work at a company, and so for people like in accounting and stuff, a company like KPMG or Deloitte or JP Morgan, and you don't even need to leave your bed, you don't need to leave your country, you don't need to get a visa. There's this company, there's this website that my dad was the one who sent it to me. It's called Inside Sherpa, INSIDESHERPA.com. Now, Inside Sherpa is an amazing, I believe, God-sent website for anybody who is trying to gain or build experience. Now, what does this whole thing entail? The main aim of the program, one of the programs that they run, is that they're giving you virtual experience. Now, I didn't personally try it for myself because at the moment I don't quite need it. Plus, I don't believe they offer anything really magical. but I've not really gone through all their programs. So they have great programs from KPMG, Deloitte, King & Wood, Malsons Corporate Law, H2 Ventures, Sydney School of Entrepreneurship, BCG Strategy, so many big names, right? So imagine that on your CV, you're going to apply for one top position, and you see, or they see on your CV that I had an internship at KPMG, or I had an internship at JP Morgan. Now, this is something that you could take this time to do. Again, it's called Inside Sherpa, INSIDESHERPA.com. So you could stay on your bed and be working for KPMG, doing a virtual internship. You don't need to have any connections. You don't need to know anybody. All you have to do, go to the website, read up about the virtual experience program, see what interests you, pick it. I've not, like I said, not done it on my own. I just briefly went through the website. So go through it, skim for yourself, find what suits you. Now, one thing I know I've seen a lot is that people don't realize that the experience that you have can really make you stand out. There's also something called transferable skills. That's another topic. But especially in the UK, when it came to finding a job with the NHS, I think, to be honest, that definitely was God's favor. But so many people kept telling me, oh, you need to apply for 200 jobs. You need to apply for 80 something jobs before you get called. And I was like, I'm not that hardworking. I hate bureaucracy. I hate applications. I hate them. So I just did what I did. And I honestly did not take any time to get callbacks. Now, one thing I believe that helped me was my experience. I have a master's degree. I had done some observerships. I had built not virtual experiences in this case, but I had built experience by actually trying to get work in, by building my experience. Now, this is an opportunity for you to put yourself out there. Now, if there's anything that you should, if you've worked or you're working, even if you've gone to school at university, you would see that even if you're not really building, technical skills, you're building people skills. You're learning how to meet deadlines. You're learning how to be a team player. You're learning how to, deal with difficult workers, things like that. So this is a golden opportunity. You could find yourself maybe landing a new position just because somebody saw your CV and was like, oh, wow, he's associated with KPMG. But you were on your bed when you did it. So this is one of the things that could really help you out here. All right, let's see what we're on to. Okay, so I think I'm done with that section. So I'll just run through it again. So from my list, free course websites: Coursera, FutureLearn, edX, Harvard, the university, free courses, Udemy, and for virtual experiences from world-renowned companies, InsideSherpa.com. You're welcome. Okay, now before I get to the fun part making that money, I'm just going to run through some other things that you could do while at home. So you could decide to start a blog. It's quite easy to start a blog these days. WordPress, Wix, you can build your own website on Wix. There is Blogspot, so you could start a blog, talk about something that you like. Now, I know that it's not everybody's passion, but if you like to talk, you could open a podcast as well. Or if you have some lights and good stuff to share, open a YouTube channel, right? So get yourself busy, get yourself doing something that you really love this period, engage yourself. Now, if you were listening at the beginning, I momentarily talked about the stock market and how it crashed and all. Now, historically speaking, and I wouldn't spend much time in this, historically speaking, when there is a crash, that is a great time for so many people, an awful time for so many. You could be one of the people that's a great time for, because right now you're seeing prices of some stock that were unthinkable. So if you have a little change to spare, you could decide to get into the stock market. Right now there's some apps. If you're in the UK, the apps you could use, the companies, just call your bank. If you're in Nigeria, the apps as well. Somebody told me about one called Bamboo, I believe. So you might need to do credit checks and stuff like that, but you just invest a little money, 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira, and watch your money start growing. Now, obviously, there is stock, so you do your research, but that's one other opportunity that's open this period. So, invest in, read books, read novels, those books that you've been saying you'd read since forever. Now is the time. Go and find them and open them and read. Read a book. Readers are leaders. Read a book. So fun things to do. TikTok is the rave and the madness. So all of you that were doing that challenge festival, I was judging all of you. I judge too, so you can judge me. I take it. But all them, everywhere you turn, baby, come give me something, or Bob Daddy. Like, it was a lot. But yeah, TikTok is there, so keep yourself entertained. Do something fun. Just keep your mind light. Movies. Some of us had not been able to complete a movie in forever, so this, gives you some free time. You could complete that movie. You could join Netflix. Many of these companies give you free trials if you didn't know. So open an email account and sign up for 30-day subscription. And you have movies to watch for 30 days. Download when you have data. Download if that's an issue. Join IG live sessions. Now, some of them are really educative. One that I know is the one that is being run by Pastor Poju on I don't know if I called that correctly. Pastor Poju. Pasurpoju. Pastor Poju runs really amazing sessions on Instagram Live. I think he does that every evening. I don't know when he's going to stop. I don't know if they have regular times, but just go to his Instagram page and join the sessions. They are amazing. He doesn't just talk about God, which is what you should be listening to, by the way. He talks about business, politics, stuff like that. If you find something that tickles your fancy, just tune in. Other people are doing Instagram live sessions. If you have something to share, you could join an Instagram live session. Feel free to tell me. If you have, evening, I'm usually free in the evenings or some weekends, Sundays especially. So if it's something we could do together, just let me know and we'll see if we can work something out. So now to the best part, money. Okay, I know so many of you clicked this video because of this part. I forgive you. And you're welcome, because I know you've probably picked something up from the rest. So before I tell you anything about money, have you subscribed to this channel? We'll be very grateful. Myself, me, and all of us, you included. If you can, just pause and subscribe right now. Click that notification button so you see our new post when it comes out. And share this video. If there's just a section that you think would be helpful, share the video to someone. Tell them to focus on minutes 10 seconds 27 or something. But I believe there's something in here for everybody. So pause, like, subscribe, share our video, and then let's continue. And just before we go on, just tell me if you found anything helpful so far. Maybe the website, or if there's anything you think I can add. Maybe I don't know, names of books I could recommend, stuff like that. Anything you'd like to hear, just let me know at this point. Go to the comment section and let's get chatting. All right, now on to the best part, the money. Now, Google really is your friend. So many people say it, and people think it's an insult when they say that Google is your friend. Now, many times, I'm just going to cast myself, I get really low-key angry or pissed when somebody sends me a message and then I feel like the question is very basic. Now, like I said, I'm casting myself, so I know that's not the best way to feel, but I do feel that way because sometimes the information is literally at your fingertip. So before you ask someone a question, try and see if you could Google it. Sometimes Google is very smart. All you have to do is literally type the question. There might have been a forum where they talked about it. So finding, jobs to do online is actually sometimes as easy as that. And some of the ways I'm going to share and that I've actually made money from were ways that I just Googled. Now, when I talk about Google is primary, but then Facebook is an amazing tool. I do not like Facebook in terms of chatting and stuff, because I went and had so many friends when I was in university that I don't know. So it's a lot of people, right? But Facebook is an amazing tool for business. It's an amazing tool for communicating. It's an amazing tool for connecting, I meant to say. It's an amazing tool for networking. There are things like Facebook Markets. There are groups on Facebook that are solely focused on business. Now, the internet is a connected place. So if you're looking for anything, try to Google it first. But now that I've already done so much of the work, I cannot wait to share with you guys. Now, there's so many ways to make money online. One of the easiest ways for some people is through freelancing. If you don't know what that means, freelancing simply means that you have a skill and you are the boss of yourself and you're offering your skill to somebody who is going to pay for it. So you might decide to sing for somebody and sell your song. You could decide to make a beat. You could decide to write, an essay, do translating, transcribing, stuff like that. There's so many things you could do. Now, there's so many websites for that, but I'm going to give you some of the most famous ones, some that I have used before, and you could do your research to find out more. But these ones are tried and trusted. So the first one is Freelancer. Freelancer, it's literally the spelling with an R. Freelancer, freelancer, I believe.com. Now, Freelancer is good for pretty much anything. So whether you want to model for somebody, or you want to, do chores for somebody, or you want to make a code, or you want to teach somebody a skill, Freelancer is there for you. All you have to do is create an account. You search for the jobs that people already have, or you put out your skill there, and you bid with other people, because there's so many people who already know about it. You're bidding with them. The best man pretty much wins, and then you do your job within the time and you get paid. As simple as that. So Freelancer. Another one is Upwork, Upwork. I knew about Upwork again in school, probably used it just once or twice. Now, the thing about using doing these things online is you need a certain amount of dedication. I personally have been mostly lazy with many of these things. So I would open up the account and leave them because I could not keep up. But don't be like me in that regard. That there are some that I just, hung on to and clung on to, and I'm riding the wave. But those ones, they're people that make a ton of money from it. So it's something that you really, really want to do. Freelancer, Upwork, those two. Now, another good thing is some of these things have places, local markets, but then if you are going to meet somebody face to face, obviously try to take normal safety precautions, especially in COVID times. They might not be able to see. It's probably not advisable to go see anybody in COVID, COVID season. But post-COVID, if you're going to see people for jobs and stuff, make sure people know where you are. Make sure you have somebody. Just be safe. Don't go and get into trouble, because that does happen. There are disadvantages as well as advantages to most things in life. Okay, so Freelancer, Upwork. Now the next one is Fiverr. Thank you. So it's written down here, Fiverr. Now, I think when Fiverr started, everything that was done maybe was for $5 or £5. But right now you could open a Fiverr account and make a gig. Things are called gigs, and you literally just sell what you have, and people come in, click it, they like it, they pay, and life goes on. So many people make a lot of money from these things, but again, like I said, you need to be consistent. It's kind of like you're starting a business. If you're starting a business, you might be lucky and it kicks off from the start, but many people have to build it. So you need that patience, persistence. You need to learn how to make your content more desirable. If you need to reduce your price for a bit to be able to build an audience before you increase, stuff like that, they're tips. If you want me to give you tips on that, you have to request in the comment sections for a different video. If we have enough, then we'll build something on that nature. But yeah, Fiverr, Fiverr.com, I believe, Fiverr. That's another very, very good freelance website. You could do almost anything, really almost anything. You could give people advice, you could sing for somebody, you could do a voiceover, you could draw. There are lots. Now, there are also other websites for specific fields, like people that do coding, people that do animations and stuff. So I don't really know details on all of those, so just do a little more. Like I said, Google is your friend, and you'll be surprised how easy it might be. It might be time consuming, but it'll be relatively easy to get that information at your tip. Okay, so let's move on from freelancing for now. Another really easy way to make money online is through teaching or tutoring. Now, the good thing about tutoring is that on these other websites I mentioned, Freelancer, Upwork, Fiverr, You might be able to also teach or tutor. So all right, so the last thing we're going to talk about is teaching or tutoring online. So first of all, like I'd already said, the other freelancing sites, you could do the same thing there, but there's some specific sites that are for tutoring. Some of them are easier to use than others. Some of them you might need some more certifications, or you might need specifics, which I'm going to talk about now. So the first one I'll talk about, I'll start from the easy, the hardest. Let's start from the hardest ones. So there are some companies that pay people to teach their students, their clients, English language. Many of these countries are in Asia. So in China, in Taiwan, in Mongolia, in Asia, basically. Now, some other ones are in Europe, so Eastern Europe, or just normal the general European countries. So Russia, Ukraine, maybe Spain, Italy, places where not everybody speaks English like fully. So like again, I said, Google is your friend, but I'm just going to give you a couple of them that might save you the stress. Now, one of them that is more lenient, at least one of the most lenient ones I know, is Tutor ABC. As far as I know, they've been doing a very huge recruitment rush phase for a very, very long time. So if you're interested, once I'm done with this, let me know. If I would send you a link so you could apply and go on from there. Now, for these ones that are like schools, because their system operates kind of like a school, they have students, and these students could be at home learning, they could be at their school, or they could be literally anywhere. So you are going to be a teacher. They call you a consultant, you're going to be a teacher. So you have to first of all have a degree. So you must have already finished university. Before now, they were more lenient. You didn't really need, it wasn't too necessary. But right now, you have to have a degree, any degree whatsoever. Agriculture, medicine, law, whatever. You just need a degree. The second thing you need is a teaching certificate. Now, to get the teaching certificate, it's called TEFL or TESOL, or it could be a CELTA. So basically, you have to be certified to be able to teach English as a foreign language. Obviously, your English has to be good. You don't need to have an accent. You just need to have clear, easy to understand language. You need to know how to communicate, teach children and adults as well, and work with them. So the first thing I said, you need to have a degree, any degree. Secondly, you need to have this teaching certificate, TEFL, TESOL, CELTA, and then you need to apply. But before you apply, you have to have a clear, easy to understand accent. Now, if this is something you're interested in, all you have to do is comment in the section box, or you could go to any of my accounts, Amaka NJ or momentswithsoph, leave me a message and I will walk you through the process. Just leave me a message and I'll walk you through that process. So that's the first one, Tutor ABC. Now, how does it work? You pretty much are teaching people English language. It could be anything really, but you're teaching them how to practice speaking, listening, writing, and reading, the 4 sections of the English language. So speaking, listening, writing, and reading. And this could be with any topic whatsoever. Now, this company I mentioned, Tutor ABC, is just, let's say that that's a prototype company. There's so many others, but most of them work with the same principle. What do you need? You need good internet. So your internet must be stable. You need to have that degree I talked about. You need to have that teaching certificate. You need to have a clear, easy to understand accent. If you have some teaching experience, it's usually better, but you don't need to. And you'll be surprised that working with kids of any age, so if you have maybe little siblings that you've always helped with their homework, you have cousins that your aunt always tells you to come and teach, if you've been a babysitter, stuff like that, all of that would still count as some kind of experience. So that's one, Tutor ABC. The other companies, there's VIP Kids, there is Future Learn again, there's EF Learns, there is Dada Kids. There's so many of them, so most of them need the same criteria. Now, some of them are not as lenient as others. They would require you to be a native of maybe America, UK, US, Canada, stuff like that. America, US, UK, Canada, Australia, or South Africa. So the ones that they term the native speakers. I don't know why they don't understand that so many people who are not from these countries are native speakers as well, but that's their requirements. We have to deal with that. But yeah, so these are all countries you could go to. I'll just try to rush through the criteria again. Number 1, you need to have a degree. Number 2, a teaching certificate. Number 3, you need to have stable internet. Number 4, you need to have a clear and easy to understand accent. You don't have to speak in an American, British, Canadian, whatever accents. You just need to be clear when you speak. Have all these things. If it's something you're interested in, like I said, comments in the section below, or leave me a message on my personal Instagram, AmakaNJ, or Moments with Soph, and let's get talking. All right, there's another one again that is still teaching, but this time you're not seeing anybody. You're basically helping out people with their tests, questions, assignments, stuff like that. You're teaching people how to solve problems. And this one is StudyPool. Studypool.com, STUDYPOOL. So StudyPool is pretty straightforward. You fill in an application to join. You need to be very careful with application because they're very specific about grammar. So you could use tips like using Grammarly to make sure you've had a beautiful essay and stuff before you go. And then, yeah, because all of this is going to count when you start working. So fill in the application, you get selected, you have to be verified, and then you start working. So how does StudyPool work? So like I said, you're helping people answer questions, different areas. It could be in maths, it could be coding, you could help somebody do a review a bank statement, make an account. It's a lot. So you apply, get started, and choose your expertise and work. As you get into the field, if that's what you're interested in, it gets clearer to you. Another one, again, for teaching, tutors.com. I think this one is specific to those that are in the UK. So if you're in a UK university, I believe you're one of the students, you can help other students by tutoring. I think that is much of what we have for today. Okay, so let me run through this again. What have we talked about today? Number 1, very important, feed your spirit, feed your soul. YouVersion app can help you with that. Number 2, we talked about the free courses. So we talked about Coursera, FutureLearn, edX, the Harvard University courses, Udemy, and then we moved on to building virtual experience. And we talked about the InsideSherpa.com website. We talked about other things you could do. So you could start YouTubing, build a podcast, you could, what else did we say? Join investment groups, TikTok, and all the rave of that. Just chill out this period. And now we've just talked about, making this money, teaching online, freelancing, and stuff like that. So it's been a lot, but I hope you've stayed to get to the best part. So if you have any questions, please put them down in the comment section. If there's any more, thing you'd like me to talk about, put that in the comment section. Let's get cracking. Or you could send me a private message on Instagram, AMAKANJ, AmakaNJ, or momentswithsoph, Moments with Soph. Up until the next time, I hope this one is long enough to keep you to when next we see. Have a lovely, lovely day. Stay safe. Stay safe. Remember what I said. Social distancing saves lives. Stay in your house. You don't need to go anywhere. The world will open again when Corona passes. Until then, we want to see you alive. So see you next time, guys. Don't forget to like our video, subscribe, share this with somebody. Remember, you can tell them the exact place to point to if you don't want to see everything, which they should see, by the way. But yeah, till next time. All right, guys, have a lovely day. Bye.